Yeah, you're jealous. Can't believe someone gets under your skin so much. No, don't ban that guy. That's awesome. You're right, chatter. You caught me. You caught me, chatter. I'm jealous of 2-time divorced, 0 friend having, only manipulating people in his orbit.
What? Okay, sure. 2 times divorced. Damn, we're reaching back to the 2009 there. Okay. But I mean, as opposed to what? The 0 times married? I mean, like, what? Okay.
0 friend having, only manipulating people in his orbit.
Why he even has the anti-fan lingo down. Jesus. My God.
By offering them a crumb of clout. Dude who left his child and his first wife behind to go a fan's girlfriend, married the fan's girlfriend, only to get divorced by the fan's girlfriend.
How does he have so much detailed holy shit. Oh my God.
It was getting ripped to shreds. I'm fucking so jealous, dude. Like,
wait, hold on. If he has all this information, okay, for real, we need more contributors to the DGG wiki. All right, we've got some really high quality articles on here. If you're a lore expert, all right, and you're a sub in chat, you should log into the wiki and start writing articles. Hasan should start submitting. Okay, he's got so much information. He seems so knowledgeable. He could be a main contributor.
It was getting ripped to shreds. I'm fucking so jealous, dude. Like, there are things you could have said in here that would have, like, maybe garnered some level of support, but writers of Mr. Bonarelli are so divorced from reality, just like their daddy is divorced 2 times, to any normal person that hears what you are saying to go, really? You think like,
do you think he writes these? Do you think he writes these down before stream? We need to do an eye tracker analysis. Do you think he writes these down as like reading them off, or oh my God?
I think this dude is jealous of like a genuinely, legitimately radioactive individual, 5'4", can't grow a fucking normal beard, literally has 0 normal friends, constantly in a fucking state of panic, duking it out with like every single person that he's ever encountered regularly, burning.
He must. This has to be prepared. He must have sat down and like, all right, we're getting it all here, okay?
Burning bridges and holding that up as like some kind of intellectual standing. Got fucking cumstered once he bit more than he can chew, as far as like duking it out with a dude who actually knows what he's talking about and is just as stubborn. There are definitely things that you could say, but I mean, you're comparing me to an objectively miserable person.
True.
Yeah, why can't I defend genocide in your subreddit? Exactly. That's how we started off, by the way. Stop. Last time I was in here, you said you and D are as bad as each other. You can't go 5 minutes without mentioning the other. Also insane, because I don't mention Destiny policy only recently was destroyed due to his unhinged pro-genocide takes. That dude has been basically living in that universe. I wasn't talking about Destiny either.
Who has Hasan talked to this year?
One video with Divorce Man and all of a sudden you're obsessed with him. I know. By that very same metric, Destiny has been...
I haven't watched Hasan's reaction because I'm a filthy YouTube watcher. He's at the top of the hour, so this post consists of my personal thoughts. I genuinely believe Destiny made the Israeli side of the debate look worse, and anyone that's pro-Israel should be fucking embarrassed they had Destiny represent them. Note, it was a 5-hour debate, so I can't remember everything off the top of my head. I remember mentally taking notes and writing a couple timestamps last night, but there was a lot. I'll stick to 3 main points. Please know that Destiny made a fool of himself much more often than this, but these are the ones that really stuck out to me. Point 1, there was a point where Destiny asked Rabbani and Norm a question about how the early Zionists wanted validation and support from Western powers. Rabbani described this as them being imperial stooges. Destiny then brought up a genuinely dumb-ass question. If early Israel saw themselves as a Western fashion nation, how could they have imagined that engaging in displacing 400,000 plus Arabs wouldn't have tripped any moral flags in the West? Rabbani, very correctly, answered the question by saying the West is literally built on the displacement of indigenous populations. As he said, removing dark people is intrinsic to Western history. I have no idea how Destiny thought this was some form of gotcha or an own. 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 30 seconds is the timestamp for this in the Lex Friedman video. The next two are very damning, and I genuinely feel embarrassed for anyone that's pro-Israel, given Destiny represented them in this debate. Point 2. There was a point in the debate when they began discussing when in the past there should have been peace, or there could have been peace. I don't have a specific timestamp for this because I genuinely do believe you should take the time to watch this part on your own. The timestamp is the section titled Peace, and it starts at 3:28:34. Mr. Rabbani Norm argued that the Palestinians had followed international law and recognized Israel by 1993. Then, in the 2000 Camp David summit, with the help of Bill Clinton, the Israelis offered Arafat the most generous deal they'd received thus far. I've linked the Wikipedia article, blah, blah, blah. Naturally, Destiny and Mr. Morris used this to argue that the Palestinians have always rejected a state. Mr. Rabbani and Mr. Finkelstein argued that offer by the Israelis didn't meet international law. Then they argued that in nearly all diplomatic cases, the Palestinians did their best to abide by international law, and the Israelis never extended the same charity to them, blah, blah, blah. Destiny argued that international law is meaningless. I like how I said the exact opposite of this. And that the Palestinian and Israeli leadership should engage in bilateral diplomacy to resolve the issue. He fully acknowledged that Israel broke international law. Did I? And that international law hasn't gotten the Palestinians anywhere, so they must make concessions to Israel. My mind was genuinely blown at this point. This is literally admitting that Israel is the bad guy. He fully admits they break international law, and international law hasn't gotten the Palestinians any closer to a state. My brother in Christ, the reason international law hasn't gotten the Palestinians anywhere is because Israel completely refuses to follow it. You're admitting Israel is the bad guy. Also, what is this bullshit about bilateral diplomacy to resolve the issue around the international law? Does he not see the inherent power imbalance? Oh, that Marxist language. Oh, the Marxist language. The power imbalance between the two parties. Bilateral diplomacy would literally result in the Palestinians making all the concessions and Israel making none. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, in all honesty. He was literally just admitting Israel's the bad guy, LeMayo. Point 3. I didn't think Destiny could stoop any lower, but he continues to surprise me. This part was in the section Hope for the Future. And approximately 4:46:05, Rabbani told Destiny that he watched some of Destiny's research streams and calls Destiny out because in the stream, Destiny said that Jim Crow was not apartheid, but Arab states not giving citizenship to Palestinian refugees is apartheid. Destiny then doubles down on that take and then goes as far as to say nuking Gaza wouldn't be genocide. I won't say anything more about this because I'm sure you guys know my thoughts. Conclusion, Destiny was way out of his depth here. His sophistry and debate bro techniques didn't work at all on Rabbani and Norm. Benny Morris, while having gross views, at least didn't display an intentional attempt to engage in bad faith. Morris also showcased his knowledge on this topic. If after this you're still a Destiny fan, you're beyond redemption. Forget morality. You don't have enough of a brain to make worthwhile opinions if you defend Destiny in this debate. He was objectively outclassed and made a fool of himself to the point where he made Israel look worse. I love making fun of Destiny, so this is a fun read. Destiny reminds me of the freshman debaters who think they can redefine genocide for me, their professor of genocide studies. Head empty except for sophistry, arrogance, Zionism, and bigotry.